Hey guys, welcome back to another video from the Football Herd. Hope you're doing wonderfully well. This is a weekly team selection video that we do each game week. In this one, I'll be navigating you through the fixtures to target for game week 5, along with my transfer possibilities and then finally my team selection. So make sure to stick around till the end for a surprise captaincy shout. So without delaying any further, let's get started. To target, you'll be able to see that we have plotted the expected goals conceded for each team for the first 4 game weeks. So as you can see that the ones in orange are the ones who have conceded the most number of chances. So you can easily target the teams which play against the orange colored teams, since they have been the most susceptible to conceding goals in the first games. Now Ipswich play against Southampton, so they cancel each other out. Both are miserable at the back, so I'll not targeting any players from them. Then Leicester versus Everton is also a very good fixture to bring in an attacking asset from Leicester, namely Jamie Vardy, who has already scored a couple, and also NDD, who has 3 assists to his name. Now coming to the Chelsea fixture, that Chelsea take on West Ham, and it could be a rampage from the Chelsea assets. So hold on to Palmer, Jackson, Madueke if you have already them. Now also in the new graphic that you'll be seeing in the screen, this is basically the performance chart, where you'll be able to see that Chelsea have hugely overperformed, followed by City and Leicester, which shows that they have been very clinical and making the most of the chances that they've got. Now coming to the next fixture, that is Spurs, who also can run riot against Brentford, and maybe Solanke can start off his Spurs career with a goal or assist. Hold on to Son if you have him already, I would say, but don't bring him in, don't buy him. And since most of you will be wildcarding in Game Week 6 to bring in Arsenal assets like Saka, I believe that Son is someone that you should think before you leap onto him. It will also be a curtain raiser for United assets like Rashford, Bruno and Garnacho, who are up and running after a goal feast against Barnsley and Southampton. Assets like Delete and Mazraoui is also high up on my radar, with the former Ajax defenders being the most progressive defensive assets from United. So sum it up, we'll be targeting fixtures like Leicester versus Everton, then Chelsea versus West Ham, then Spurs against Brentford, and United against Crystal Palace. Into the transfer possibilities, I have 3 options. First one being I'll move to DCL from Vesa because he is injured, and I'll also look to transfer out Rico Lewis because he has played a full 90 minutes in the UCL fixture also, and we saw him getting subbed at the halfway mark in the last game. I'll bring in Luca Dean instead of Rico Lewis. Now I've spoken at length about DCL and Luca Dean comprehensively with my stats in the transfer target video, so make sure you check it out if you haven't. And the second option being that I'll move to Wood from Vesa, and I'll bring in Rashford instead of Jota. And apart from these 2 options, the third one being that I'll be rolling the transfer, and I'll look to use all 4 of them and play a mini wildcard in Game Week 6. How my team is shaping up for Game Week 5. So in goal, I've got Flecken, who faces a Spurs side who lately scored 2 goals to seal the win against Coventry in their midweek EFL game. Again, I'm counting on Flecken for safe points. Now, Spurs will certainly score in their home game with Solanke ready to start his scoring campaign, I believe. Now, in my defense, I'm starting with Rico Lewis, who had an impressive UCL game against Inter, even though he is a risk for minutes in the Premier League. I'll be starting with the City defender ahead of Howard Bellis and Nedeljkovic. Now, coming to the next defender, that's Trent, who leads the pack by far in the expected goals that you can see in the XGI chart, and is playing out of position sometimes as a midfielder also. In the last game also, we saw him play as a midfielder when he was not substituted. And it's just a matter of time, I feel, that before he cuts loose and starts hauling. Now the third defender being Robinson, who will be facing Newcastle, who have taken the 3rd lowest shots in the league and also ranked 6th bottom in expected goals. So anything is possible if the likes of Isak and Barnes do not shine, then a clean sheet is also on the cards for Robinson. Now coming to the midfield, ESR has a Newcastle home game, and I believe that he has a good fixture and the form that he is in after the 7-pointer in Game Week 4. He should get at least a couple of games now. Now coming to the next midfielder, that is Mohamed Salah, who has a Bournemouth home game, and surely he'll be the most captain player in Game Week 5, since he has a more easier fixture than Erling Haaland, right? And I'll talk about the captaincy pick in my next segment. So do stick around. Now the next pick is Rodgers, whom I'll be giving one more game week, who has a Wolves home game, and I believe that I'll be revamping the team just like I mentioned in the transfer section. That I'll be having 4 free transfers. So this is the last chance for Rodgers to shine. Otherwise, I'll be happy to move him to someone like Adama Traore or even though McNeil. Now, the next midfielder is Jota, who faces a Bournemouth home side, and also this is his last chance, just like Rodgers. If he fails to impress with a double-digit return at least, I believe that we can see that he's alongside ESR, Mitoma, and Adama in the XGI chart that you can clearly see with only 2 goal contribution. So I believe that there are better assets than Jota if he is not consistent enough. We'll definitely look at someone like Mbeumo or even Mitoma. The midfielders scatter plot is completely broken into 3-4 clusters. I'll explain the clusters to you. The first cluster being of Mohamed Salah, Cole Palmer, Saka and Luis Diaz. They are a bit of an outliers, I would say, to the whole bunch of people that we have. It's a very small sample size of only 4 game weeks, but it's clearly evident from the past form that they have shown in the previous seasons that these are very good FPL assets. Now coming to the next cluster, that is Mbeumo, McNeil, Semenyo, Mitoma, De Bruyne, this. And the third being the ones who are kind of fringe assets, I would say, like Diego Jota, Son, Emil Smith-Rowe, then Madueke, Bowen, Barnes, NDD. So these are all the differential picks and the low-priced assets, I would say. So keeping everything into consideration, I believe that I have a couple of players, if not 3, who will be under the radar, and there will be someone whom I'll be looking to transfer out. Noticeably, Jota, then Cole Palmer and Rodgers are the ones that I'm looking to transfer out because in Game Week 6, just like I was speaking highly about the fixture rotation of Arsenal assets getting better and the picks of Mbeumo and also someone like Semenyo or McNeil being very lucrative with the amazing run of games that they have. So this is a commentary that I like to put out of the midfielders, that it's a very tricky situation, and it's a make or break game week, I believe, for a lot of players that I have in my team. So the next player is Cole Palmer, who is up against West Ham in an away fixture, which should be a good outing for the ex-Manchester City man, I believe. Now he's also prone to facing the axe if he fails to impress, with Saka set to come in for Game Week 6 for the beautiful run of games that he has. Now, Palmer has looked okayish in the last 2 outings, I would say, but has failed to thump his authority like he did against the Wolves game, where he had 3 assists and 1 goal. Now, coming to the forwards, João Pedro is the first pick, who faces a Nottingham Forest side. Now, João Pedro was absent from the EFL matchday squad as well, after reports surfacing of the Brazilian having a knock during his international duty. Even though the report suggests he will be there for selection and he had already had 1 training session. Now, even if he features, it will be difficult to break down the resolute Forest side, I believe, who have looked very compact at the back. But I believe that if anyone can, then it must be this lad, playing behind Welbeck and making those wonderful runs and those intricate passes. And I believe that João Pedro is very fundamental to the Brighton side as of now. So he is a very important pick. We'll keep close tabs on his fitness for starting João Pedro. Now coming to the next pick, that's Erling Haaland, who has Arsenal tough game against the compact Arsenal defense that we are seeing in the first 4 game weeks. It will surely be difficult for him to again score another hat-trick, but you cannot write off Erling Haaland, can you? So he is definitely my vice captain, and in my team, he's not my captain. On the bench, I have Howard Bellis, Nedeljkovic and Wissa. Now, among the 11 that I'm starting, I am only a bit concerned about Rico Lewis and João Pedro. João Pedro's fitness and Rico Lewis's minutes. I'll be keeping close tabs on these two assets, and I'll be posting my final team on Twitter. So make sure you follow me there, and if at all I make any changes from this team, I'll be posting it there. Otherwise, this is my team for Game Week 5. Now coming to the captaincy. Now, as like I was mentioning in the introduction that I have a surprise captaincy inclusion, I have narrowed the captaincy metrics and the captaincy players rather to 3 players. The first being Mohamed Salah, the second being Cole Palmer, and the third being Trent Alexander-Arnold. Well, Trent is a surprise captaincy inclusion this game week. The 7 million defender is yet to prove his mettle in the FPL books, I would say. And this game week could be the first haul of the season. Now, Trent already has the highest expected assist and the highest expected goals involvement, and he's completely an outlier when I'm talking about the entire lot. And I believe he's also on free kicks and corners. He's only unlucky, I would say, because the attackers are yet to get in the end of the phenomenal process that he's providing. Now, we are seeing that the likes of Mohamed Salah, then Jota is missing a lot of chances. And if at all they convert those chances, then Trent will be a very, very good asset to own. Now, the second pick being Cole Palmer, who faces a depleted West Ham side, who ranked 3rd in the expected goals conceded. And the Chelsea talisman is yet to haul after game week 2. But I believe that this game week is a glorious opportunity for him to pull up the numbers. Now, the third and the most popular pick is the Egyptian King, and he remains the favorite captain, with him being terribly unlucky midweek against Milan that we saw. We saw that 2 shots striking the woodwork, and the rest were saved by the goalkeeper. Now, he would definitely add to his brilliant form after getting derailed in the last game week against Forest, I believe, because Bournemouth have already conceded 5 goals from an expected goals conceded of 5.3. and are yet to keep a clean sheet. So there will be goals galore in the Bournemouth match for sure. After the defeat against Anfield, I believe that Arne Slot's side will be all guns blazing, and it will be difficult for Bournemouth to stop rampaging Mohamed Salah after they got a lot of confidence from the Milan win. If you like this video, please do drop a like and subscribe to my channel. It will mean a lot to me. I'm looking to hit 250 subs before the Game Week 6 starts. So I am currently at 219 subs. Now, if you're yet to finalize the players to pick for Game Week 5, you can take a look at this video for more information. So thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.